Oh, I was afraid of that. The thermometer's getting red. I hate red thermometers because when the thermometer gets reddish, the temperature goes up. And when the temperature goes up, I start to melt. And when I start to melt, I get all wishy-washy.
And so I put the magic eggs in the hat. Abracadabra, to coin a phrase. And so the eggs have turned into... messy, messy, messy.
Ho, 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 Mama. Rudolph, I mean, that nose. That nose. That wonderful nose.
Didn't I tell you about Bumbles? Bumbles bounce. What we have here is a mighty humble Bumble. Weren't you at elf practice?
Just fixing these dolls' teeth.
Just fixing what? Now listen, we have dolls that cry, talk, walk, blink, and run a temperature. We don't need any chewing dolls.
I just thought I'd find a way to fit in.
You'll never fit in.
Toys are hereby declared illegal, immoral, unlawful, and anyone found with a toy in his possession will be placed under arrest and thrown in the dungeon.
I hate people. I hate people. Be gone from here and take your infernal Merry Christmas with you.
I don't know what day it is. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know anything. I never did know anything. But now I know that I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I never did know anything. But now I know that I don't know. All in a Christmas morning. I must stand on my head. I must stand on my head.
These are garments, Mr. Cratchit. Garments were invented by the human race as protection against the cold. Once purchased, they may be used indefinitely for the purposes for which they are intended. Coal burns. Coal is momentary, and coal is costly. There'll be no more coal burnt in this office today. Is that understood, sir?
I'll tell you what, Mr. Cratchit. I'm not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. And therefore, I am about to raise your salary.
Merry Christmas to you, Bob. What's Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills with no money? A time for finding yourself a year older and not a penny richer? A time for balancing your books and finding every item dead against you. How would the bookkeeping staff like to be suddenly unemployed? Cratchit, what are you doing with that piece of coal? Bah! You used a piece last week. Now, get on with your work, Cratchit. It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad among his fellow men and travel far and wide. And if that spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death. It is doomed to wander through the world and witness what it cannot share, but might have shared, and turn to happiness. Ah!
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad among his fellow men and travel far and wide. If that spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death. It is doomed to wander through the world.
Oh, woe is me, and witness what it cannot share, but might have shared on earth,
And turn to happiness. Gosh, kind of slippery. Scrooge, don't you recognize me? I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
It was as heavy and long as this 7 Christmases ago. It's a terrible, ponderous chain you are making, Scrooge. This is the night before the dawn, before the day of Christmas. Did I say I was the ghost of Christmas present?
What? Well, I don't care if he thinks he's Easter Bunny. We've got to get him back. Well, maybe he's only a little crazy, like painters or composers or some of those men in Washington. I've made the martinis triple strength and she feels wonderful. There you are, my dear.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Hello? Hello? No, my dear. Oh, hello? No, my dear. Oh, darling, how silly of me. Hello? Why, we'd love to have Santa Claus stay with us. I think it would be simply charming.
George, I'm an old man and most people hate me, but I don't like them either, so that makes us all even.
Just remember, Mr. Potter, that this rabble you're talking about, they do most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community. Well, is it too much to have them work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent rooms and a bath? Anyway, my father didn't think so. People were human beings to him, but to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle. Well, in my book, my father died a much richer man than you'll ever be.
You see, George, you really had a wonderful life. Don't you see what a mistake it would be to just throw it away?
Well, kids, I'm still going to rejoin the human race. I hope you get a lot of work, holidays included. Dance yourself into beautiful nervous breakdowns. Well, Emmett, are you going to enter?
Enter what?
The contest.
I don't know about any contest.
Golly, the talent contest at the town hall on Christmas Eve.
No kidding.
And first prize is $50.
$50? That's a lot of money.
How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags.